I'm Leah Lando with the very latest on COVID-19 on this Monday. Mid-May, that's when parts of upstate New York could begin to reopen. Governor Cuomo says no non-essential workers will go back to work before May 15th. The reopening would take place in phases. Phase 1, getting low-risk construction and manufacturing companies back to work, but they would need to show they're following health and safety guidelines set by the state. Phase 2 would focus heavily on getting students back in the classroom.
So you couldn't really get to a maximum phase 2 without opening schools. Question on schools is going to be, do you reopen for the rest of the school year? And then there's going to be a question, many local school districts are talking about summer school, and they're contemplating summer school to make up for some of the lost time.
Officials say nearly 300,000 people have tested positive for COVID-19 across New York State, but the number of people being hospitalized, that continues to go down. In Monroe County, 7 more people died from the virus, bringing the total to 106. There are now 1,277 confirmed cases. Of those, 108 are in the hospital. In other counties, Steuben County has 221 confirmed cases, Genesee County 142, Yates County remains the lowest with 21 cases of COVID-19. Officials say all remaining patients on the USNS Comfort docked in New York City have been discharged. The Naval Hospital ship has been docked in the harbor for weeks to help with the influx of COVID-19 patients in the city. A United States defense official says the ship is expected to depart at the end of the month. It will be cleaned and disinfected prior to leaving. The FDA is authorizing 3 new COVID-19 coronavirus antibody tests, which can indicate if someone is immune to the infection, or to reinfection, that is. That brings the current total number of authorized COVID-19 antibody tests to 7. This kind of FDA authorization carries a lower regulatory standard because it is under emergency use standards. That means while the benefits outweigh any risks, the tests do carry the risk of false positives and negatives. Social distancing can make for stressful times behind closed doors, especially those with custody agreements. A local attorney telling us he has been getting a lot of calls lately related to the COVID-19 stay-at-home order. With courts closed, he says he's mostly dealing with family emergencies.
There's been incidents in certain scenarios where there's been refusals to send children when they're supposed to be following an order. There's been altercations about, trying to control what the other ex-spouse should be doing in their household.
He says if you're in a crisis, call your attorney. Without being able to gather for a traditional commencement ceremony, the University of Rochester is hosting an event online. The class of 2020 will be able to log onto their computers on May 15th for a virtual ceremony. The president of the university says it will hold its actual commencement as soon as possible. Well, so many going out of their way to say thank you to all working on the front lines during this pandemic. Take a look at this. The Rochester Scottish Pipes and Drums playing outside Unity Hospital this morning. They're showing support for the healthcare workers fighting COVID-19. So great to see that there. Well, new information, as you know, is constantly coming in. So as always, stay tuned to News 8 on air and online at rochesterfirst.com. Thanks for watching.